Hello everyone, I'm Michael Land, and welcome to another episode of Nexcelerator. And the vehicle that I am sitting in right now is in the all-new redesigned 2015 Hyundai Sonata. And the Sonata was given itself a complete makeover to give itself a more competitive edge in the mid-sized car segment. But does the all-new redesigned Sonata though have what it takes to be able to maintain and accomplish that particular goal that I just now mentioned? Well, let's have some fun and figure that out. Now, like I've said, this is the all-new redesigned 2015 Hyundai Sonata, but this particular version is the limited edition of this vehicle. So taking a look at the exterior of this recently revamped mid-size sedan, the Sonata does not only contain the optional HID Xenon headlights, but it even includes LED daytime running lights that gives the car both a futuristic and modernized appearance. But also looking at the left, right, and top sides, the exact same look that was just now revealed is carried on over to the remainder of the sedan. Along with that, there are two powered heated side mirrors equipped with one turn signal indicator apiece on each side. Now looking at the back of the Sonata, there's a dual exhaust system equipped with one tailpipe located on each of both the left and right sides underneath the rear bumper. In addition, the Sonata even features both a rear spoiler and shark fin roof antenna, in which the antenna is placed on top of the roof respectfully. As for the taillights, however, they don't only fit extremely well, but they even give an incredible complement to the rest of the modernized exterior of this vehicle. Getting to the trunk of the all-new Sonata, it has a nice height opening as you just now witnessed. In regards to the trunk space, however, it definitely has the ability to store a lot of groceries in addition to other items for your daily routine. Not to mention that there's even a glow-in-the-dark push-release mechanism for additional convenience. On a side note, you have both two extra floor mats, a complimentary first aid kit, and a fuel door manual release handle for more additional conveniences. Now located underneath the trunk floor of the Sonata is where you'll discover the spare tire. Additionally, the necessary parts to install it, including the jack, are all conveniently placed next to each other for easy accessibility. If you also want more cargo capacity in the Sonata, you can definitely make that a reality by having both of the back seats folded down. To fold the back seats down, just gently pull back on the individual left and right rear seat release levers located in the trunk. Then when you want to fold them back up, just simply put them back up until they lock in place. So opening the door to the Sonata, it has a gray leather interior with both a 12-way driver and an 8-way passenger seat, all with power adjustments. Now the Sonata does come equipped with an engine push-button start system. Just leave the key fob that you see me holding in my hand anywhere close to you in the vehicle, then press your foot on the brake, and immediately afterwards, just push the engine start button to make the engine come alive. As you just now witnessed, the Sonata starts up right away without any kind of mechanical related issues whatsoever, even when the temperature is at 103 degrees Fahrenheit like you're seeing right now on your screen. Now getting to the engine area of the Sonata, it's not only well laid out, but it's even easily reachable as well, in which I'll explain more on that here very shortly. But focusing on the power plant offering, the Sonata has a 2.4 liter 185 horsepower GDI 4-cylinder engine that punches out 178 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. With that, you get an exquisite 24 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. But with the EPA combination, you get an incredible 28 miles per gallon overall. Now focusing on the different parts of the engine area, both the oil and oil dipstick are located right next to each other by the engine, while the radiator is placed in front of the oil dipstick. Also, the engine coolant is positioned on the middle left side, while the windshield washer fluid compartment is stationed on the front left side. In addition, the battery compartment is conveniently placed on the front right side, while the air intake system is right next to the battery compartment on the middle right side. Additionally, the brake fluid compartment is located on the back right side. So now taking a look at the interior of the all-new Sonata, besides having the gray leather interior seats that I mentioned earlier, it does not only have both a unique and modernized characteristic look to it, but it even offers an adequate amount of creature comforts also, in which I'll explain more on that here in just a little bit. Now the type of steering wheel that's on this particular Sonata is a 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel that provides additional controls on both the left and right middle portions. Additionally, you can use the controls with the up and down arrows to scroll either up or down through the various in-dash gauge cluster menus, such as viewing both the A and B trip mileages being a relevant example. Now located on the left side of the steering wheel is where you'll discover both the turn signal indicator and headlight controls, while the windshield wiper controls are just off to the opposite side of it on the right. Now to adjust the Sonata steering wheel, just push down on the lever which is right underneath it. And you can easily lower it down, raise it up, and even have it closer or further away from you. And when you're finished adjusting it, just pull up the lever to lock it up in place. Now positioned next to the steering wheel on the left side are the buttons for the blind spot monitor mode, gas cap release, trunk release, and the traction control. Now the transmission equipped on the all-new Sonata is a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability just off to the side, with your electronic e-brake being positioned on the bottom left corner of the driver's side. Furthermore, the vehicle even comes with an integrated backup camera providing easy-to-see distance lines that also turn along with the steering wheel at the same time, which makes the task of backing up really simple and easy to achieve. Additionally, there's a drive mode button placed behind the automatic transmission and where you can switch in between 3 different driving modes, in which they are the Eco, Sport, and Normal modes. Turning the attention on over to the middle area of the Sonata, you don't only get a convenient storage compartment, but also provided inside of it is where you'll find 2 12-volt power outlets, and right between them is where you'll discover both the USB and auxiliary ports. Now located right above the storage compartment are the dual zone climate controls that enables both the driver and front passenger to independently set both of their own air conditioning temperatures as well as the temperatures to their own seats, respectively. Now positioned above the climate controls are the buttons to the emergency hazard indicator, the BlueLink telematics button, and the radio controls to the Hyundai infotainment system with the upgraded 8-inch touchscreen and navigation system just right above them. Equipped with the infotainment system are 10 Infinity speakers, alongside with both the subwoofer and amplifier, with the first one being placed on the middle left portion of the driver's side door. In addition, the second, third, and fourth speakers are positioned on the top left, middle, and right portions of the dashboard, while the fifth speaker is located on the middle right portion of the front passenger side door. Also, the sixth and seventh speakers are positioned on the middle left and right portions of both the left and right rear doors, while the eighth speaker is placed behind the headrest of all of the rear seats, in which that particular one is considered as the subwoofer, while both the ninth and 10th speakers are both brought to life by the amplifier, respectively. Now the Hyundai infotainment system comes with AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio that's even equipped with HD radio capability. But when you press all menus on the touchscreen, you receive a variety of choices that you're able to select from, such as radio, Pandora, and navigation. In addition, when you select the radio function, it displays the other different radio stations that are available to listen to, not to mention that you have the option of activating the HD radio feed and looking up the station's information if it's available. Plus, you can even switch in between stations by sliding your finger to the desired frequency number, like I'm doing right now, as an example. Also, by pressing the scan function, You can easily scan in between radio stations automatically, as well as having up to 12 preset stations separately for both of the FM or AM radio modes. Heading on over to the Sirius XM mode, it doesn't only give the ability to add up to 18 preset stations, but it even displays the names of the artist, song title, and the category as well. Besides the functions that are currently displayed on the touchscreen, there are also more available to select from at your fingertips. So beginning with the BlueLink mode first, you have a helpful selection of easy to understand commands such as looking up both the driving information and vehicle diagnostics, sending directions to a particular destination using Google from the BlueLink smartphone app, and even the ability to adjust the settings for the BlueLink mode. Now moving right into the Quick Guide function, it presents you with 6 different options to acquire assistance on how to operate the infotainment system, such as learning how to use the touchscreen being a relevant example. Getting over now to the Sirius XM data mode, it gives you the ability to look up all sorts of useful information such as the weather forecast, traffic, gas prices, financial stocks, sports scores, as well as movie listings too. Transferring onto the setup operation, it shows a generous variety of vehicle settings to use, such as making adjustments to the BlueLink function and looking up the infotainment system information being a couple of the examples. Now another way that you can also get some use out of the Hyundai infotainment system is that you can even take advantage of the hands-free voice recognition system to navigate through it also. In addition, I will go ahead and activate the hands-free voice recognition system to show you on what kind of general commands that you can say to get the best possible experience.
Please say a command after the beep.
Help.
Here are some of the available commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Phone.
Here are some phone commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Next page. Previous page. Go back.
Here are some of the available commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Navigation.
Here are some navigation commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Next page. Next page. Next page. Next page. Previous page. Previous page. Previous page. Previous page. Go back.
Here are some of the available commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Radio.
Here are some radio commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Next page. Previous page. Go back.
Here are some of the available commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Media.
Here are some media commands. Please make your selection from the screen when it is safe to do so.
Next page. Previous page. Go back.
Here are some of the available commands. Please say or select the content on the screen.
Go back.
Please say a command after the beep.
Exit.
Exiting voice recognition.
Now positioned next to the automatic transmission are the front cup holders, but right behind them is the center console to the Sonata. Inside of it, you have a generous amount of storage capacity to store any kind of small item that you want. In addition, the center console not only opens smoothly, but closing it is also a piece of cake too. Now moving on over to the top roof area of the interior, there are two sun visors for both the driver and front passenger that feature both their own vanity mirror and lights. In between the sun visors are the sunglasses holder, the Bluetooth microphone, the power sunroof controls, and front interior LED lamps, which are all located right next to each other. So beginning with the front interior LED lamps, you can either have both of the lights completely turned off like you're seeing right now, have both of them stay on, or even having them optionally turned on automatically when you open the door, if you wish. As for the sunglasses holder, it allows you the option to either store a pair of sunglasses or other small items of any kind. Also, the rearview mirror is placed underneath the sunglasses holder, in which the mirror has both a digital compass and the Hyundai BlueLink telematics system buttons as well. Now to operate the power sunroof, just simply push the open button to open up the soft cover to bring in some sunlight to create a relaxing ambiance. Additionally, push up on the car roof button to open the glass portion of the sunroof up to let some fresh air circulate inside the Sonata's interior. But to close it up, just simply push down on the car roof button to close up the glass portion of the sunroof. Furthermore, you can even push the close button to close the soft cover up, or you can either leave it open if you wish. Transferring on over to the glove box now, it's got a decent amount of storage capacity to where you can easily store about anything that you can imagine, such as the driver's manual that even includes an illuminating light inside of it as well. In addition to the airbag that you saw on the steering wheel earlier, there are two other airbags with one each on the B-pillars of both the driver and front passenger sides. Also, there's even two bottom seat airbags equipped underneath on both the driver and front passenger seats, as well as one knee airbag underneath the steering wheel of the driver's side. Plus, there's even one equipped on the front passenger side of the dashboard, which adds up for a total of 7 airbags altogether. Now proceeding on over to the driver's side door of the Sonata, it doesn't only provide the controls for both the power locks and all 4 power windows, but the material quality is very sturdy with soft touch materials on not only the top and middle portions, but even the bottom portion is even the same way as well. Additionally, the material quality on the front passenger side door is the exact equivalent of the driver's side door. As for the rear left door, the same soft-touch material qualities that were present on the driver's side door are carried on over to give the rear occupants the exact same benefit. Plus, the material quality on the right rear door is just as exactly the same as the left rear door. Now as for the back seat goes for the all-new redesigned Hyundai Sonata, it's not only comfortable and very relaxing back here, but also on top of that, the amount of headroom space that I do have in the back seat is very generous and very accommodating, and I'm only just about 5'11" to 6 feet tall. But what about the thigh support though, on the other hand? As for thigh support goes, it's very comfortable, supportive, and very relaxing. Plus, the amount of legroom space I do have in the back seat back here is very spacious and accommodating, which makes it for a very pleasant experience that you definitely won't forget. In addition, there are 2 rear map pockets for the rear passengers that also includes 2 adjustable rear air vents along with another 12-volt power outlet that's placed right underneath the air vents. Plus, there are also 2 integrated rear sunshades as well as 2 rear seat LED lights with one of each being on the left while the other one is on the right. Furthermore, there are even 2 rear cup holders for the rear passengers for additional convenience. So with everything that you have seen, the MSRP price of this particular version of the Sonata is $26,525, and that's the price with the safety features included. But if you add the tech package, the extra set of carpet floor mats, the first aid kit, in the inland freight and handling prices to the previously mentioned MSRP price, the total cost of the vehicle runs at $30,990, which is not a bad price for a mid-size sedan that provides an incredible amount of features that you simply cannot refuse to pass up. So to reiterate the question that I asked in the beginning of the episode, does the all-new redesigned Hyundai Sonata have what it takes to continue on being a very competitive mid-size sedan? The answer? It absolutely does, without a doubt about it. Not just because of how much the vehicle has rapidly changed from both the inside and outside, but also because of the generous amount of safety features that the sedan offers that nobody can pass up at all. In addition, the Sonata even provides a wonderful amount of room and comfort for both the driver and passengers without sacrificing both fuel economy and driving performance. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Next Accelerator. I'm Michael Land, and I'll see you next time.